Episode 3.
Ready? Episode 3. Episode 3, baby.
Both had haircuts.
Both had haircuts. Yeah. Yours is a bit better than mine.
Yeah?
Yeah. Right, so the game is the last names of the main cast of the character of Final Fantasy 7. Because I feel like everyone knows the first names.
Mm-hmm.
Weirdly, I think not everyone knows the last names.
No.
Apart from like Aerith's, because like everyone kind of knows Aerith's and Tifa's.
And Cloud and Barrett.
No,
and everyone.
some people don't know Clouds, I think. Vincent's obviously an easy one. Yeah, you know what? Maybe this is just to fill time. I don't know.
Go on then.
But,
Let's see. Go on.
okay, so Cloud.
Strife.
Okay, so 1 for 1.
Yeah.
Well done. Aerith.
Gainsborough.
Yeah. Tifa.
Lockhart.
Barry.
Wallace.
Hey. Well done. Yeah. Red doesn't have, Nanaki doesn't have a last name.
Don't think.
I'm pretty sure. So we might as well skip over
Nanaki
him.
Bugenhagen.
Yeah, we might as well skip over him. Kate.
Sif.
But Reeve. I feel like he does have a last name, but that's the one that I wasn't sure about. So I'm gonna have a look.
Reeve.
Oh, he does. And I should have known it. I should have known that.
He's not related to the Shinras, and
No.
Reeve, I want to say, some reason I want to say, like, I know Rufus is obviously Rufus Shinra. I want to say Reeve. Be with an No?
I shouldn't be helping you, but no.
Just tell me what it begins with.
T.
No, I don't get it.
No. Tootsie.
Tootsie?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
T-U-E. T-S-I.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Which I'm choosing to say Tootsie.
Yeah. I never would have got that.
Yeah. I feel like I knew that from Dirge of Cerberus. I'm not gonna lie.
Is he in that? I can't remember it.
Yeah.
I did play it.
He's a big part of it, actually.
Is it?
Right, so how many have you done so far? Vincent,
Valentine.
obviously. Yeah. And I think the only one we've got left is Sid.
And Yuffie.
Oh, yeah, Sid.
I shouldn't have said because I'm not 100%. Sid Highwind.
Yeah. See, I wasn't sure if I was making that up.
Yeah, no,
But,
Sid Highwind.
Yuffie, then.
Kirasang?
Oh, you're so close. I think Yuffie is what actually prompted me to
Is it not
think this
Kirasang?
game.
Kirasangi?
No.
No?
Kirasagi, I think.
Oh, Kirasagi.
Yeah. I mean, you were very close.
But that's not fair because we know from playing through Rebirth that I've developed some weird form of dyslexia. Anyway.
That's actually very true.
What was the song? I was listening to what I thought was called Frosted Temple.
Yeah.
A lot. And bear in mind, I was listening to this a lot. I'd be going on a walk, I put that on. And every single time I was like, I wonder why that's called Frosted Temple. It's never frosted.
Well, I remember that's when you sent me the link.
Yeah.
You were like, I don't know why it's Frosted Temple. Like, there's no frost when you go in there. I was like, forested.
Yeah. I was like, it's a
Frosted
bit later
Temple.
on in the game where like I forgot about where it freezes over, is it? And I was, it's Forested Temple.
Forested Temple, yeah. Right, but bonus round.
Okay.
Right, you've already got Rufus Shinra's last name. Right, what's President Shinra's first name?
Do you know this?
Yeah.
I feel like I've seen this recently.
Yeah, it was on Reddit recently.
Is that the with an R?
That's how I know. No.
Don't know. It's dead American, is it?
Yeah, maybe.
Like a Western name.
No.
Go on.
President. President Shinra's first name's President. Honestly, yeah. In like the original Japanese, they don't use the word for president. They call him like Presidento or something. That's his actual name.
Really?
President Shinra.
Is that true?
yeah. Well,
I hope it's true.
according to Reddit. Like,
yeah,
if it's
you're
wrong, don't come at me.
You're gonna, if anyone watches this, you're gonna get clipped up and made a fool. That's not true. Is that all?
So that's all of them. Yeah.
So
well, it's out of 8. Well, it's out of 9 again because we had the extra bonus round.
Not 10 then. Oh no, because red wasn't included.
Yeah, red's not included, isn't it? So you got. I'm gonna give you Yuffie because of your dyslexia. So that's 8 out of 9. Oh no, 7 out of 9.
7 out of 9.
Well done. Well done.
Not bad. I've got one for you. So it's not like a quiz question. It's like a hypothetical.
Oh, okay.
If a cloud was to use the assessment area on you, what would come up as your strengths and weaknesses? It doesn't necessarily have to be cloud that uses it on you. If anyone used the assessment area on me. Would it be like Sephiroth where it just says you can't read?
What the hell?
Sephiroth can't read.
No.
Which makes you think, was he doing all that
the ultimate life form can't read.
Yeah. What was he spending all that time? That's why he got so frustrated when he's everything down after the mansion. He's looking at the books.
He even accidentally locked himself in. It's a good job Cloud went to check on him. That's the only way he got back out. Anyone would go crazy being stuck in a library and he can't read.
N-U-T-E-L-L-A.
What's the word?
Peanut butter!
The light was left on for 3 days and nights because he was trying to get your attention. No, that's a good one. Like I'm tempted to go with like a really boring answer and be like fire. Like every human character is weak to fire in Remake and Rebirth. Probably like weak to emotional damage, susceptible to emotional damage, easily confused. Probably confusion, slow would work on me.
Well, you don't need to. It says you don't need to cast slow.
Poison,
slow's pre-cast.
Slow is pre-cast. Poison. Depends how much you've had to drink. Alcohol. Weak to alcohol. I don't know. I don't even know if I'd have any strengths.
Illustration.
Yeah, but I mean like elements. You know, I'm terrible in the cold. Like cold would do like 4 times damage to me or something. Well, that's Pokemon, not Final Fantasy. But like, I would not do well in the cold. So cold and fire and ice. Yeah, that's me done. I don't know, I'm quite good at breaking things. So maybe I'd be strong against that. I don't know. I'd say you wouldn't be able to use petrify on me. No.
I get scared.
I get scared, but like I don't freeze up. I'd probably run away if anything. So, that's like the more I think about it, it's quite a hard one. Like I feel like I've done well. What about yourself?
I don't know. I didn't think it.
Didn't think I'd throw a question back at you.
I don't know, weaknesses. I'd say other people's lack of self-awareness.
Oh yeah.
Or get to me. Just walk into me on the street.
Well, we've got the exact same. We've got the exact same.
That'll lower me HP to the point where I just give up and just go.
Like me shouting after someone the other day. Well, last week. Luckily they didn't hear me because they were like 6 foot and they killed me. You wouldn't be able to cast mini on me.
That's another one. That's a free cast. I don't know. My strength would probably be my ghost blues, isn't it?
You were?
My ghost blues.
Yeah. I didn't think you'd be bringing this up on the podcast.
The thing I'm most proud of.
Gonna have to rate this one 18.
Every time I wipe, there's nothing there. I mean, I do always wipe, even though I know there's not going to be anything there. I do a couple of safety wipes.
You've already got ghost precast. if there was a ghost status.
Yeah, so some rebirth theories we got wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So the first one, because it's the easiest one or the quickest one, is you thought Tifa was Genova.
Tifa was Genova, yeah.
Your intellect is as weak as your dollar. Failure is your destiny. You disrespect yourself and your nation. You are made of stupid.
I don't know, like all the suspicion around it. All this talk of like Aerith might live this time and stuff. I was like, oh, they're gonna do Tifa dirty. Like they're gonna do something really bad. And then like with it falling into like the live stream and stuff, I was like, oh no, like this is going really bad. Like I genuinely thought like there's gonna be some kind of weird like revelation that Tifa has been like, or maybe even the whole party was like Genova the whole time or something like that. Especially when it started getting a bit weird with like all the jumping between like, you know, worlds and stuff like that. I was like, oh, this is like it was a dream all along kind of thing. Like that wasn't me prevailing like theory, but it was still always in the back of my head. I don't think that's going to be the case now. Because like it would just be it'd be character assassination really for like all of them.
But do you reckon that's just that was the reason why you thought it, because you were that worried?
I was that worried about like, I was that worried about like
it was just anxiety.
About them changing like what happened with Aerith, what happened with Tifa. That like because I honestly was convinced if she's not Genova, they might be killing off Tifa this time. And like that I'd have been crying if that happened. Like, yeah, and like I don't know, just a lot of the interactions, especially like towards the beginning of the game, are just like really, like I don't want to say weird, because like they're all great, but I don't know. There was just a few things where like the camera would linger or something on Tifa, and I'd just be like, oh. I think setting up for something bad.
Yeah, I think it's setting up a lot of the stuff. It's just setting up the stuff for Part 3, where she obviously knows that Cloud's not right, because he thinks he's someone else, or his memories don't add up to reality, because that's literally how it opens, isn't it?
Yeah.
After the Zap bit, it's Cloud going through a flashback, which to Tifa is not what happened. It's what happened, but it wasn't him that it happened with.
And that's actually kind of what I really like about how they've expanded it in Rebirth, with the like live stream sequence, because now it's kind of like she's got that like prior experience. She can hold Cloud's hand through the same thing when it happens to him. Whereas like before, it's just kind of like they both go through it at the same time, but Tifa's like straight away okay with everything and like knows what to do.
Well, I don't think it's not so much that she's okay. I think she's just not matched the same way Cloud is. So someone has to just be like.
But I do think it's like a bit stronger. That like, she knows what's happening, and like can be a bit more, you know, like we need to do this, we need to do that. Which will be better. I mean, while we're talking about theories though, that I probably got wrong as well. The weapons, the whale weapons, I thought they were going to be juvenile versions of all the weapons. But it turns out that there's only like there's only
the
two
light
of them.
And dark one, isn't it?
But
they are baby weapons, aren't they?
Are they baby weapons?
They said in the ultimate.
No way. Did I get that right?
But not baby versions of the weapons that we know. They're different weapons, I think.
Oh, okay.
But baby, they're only in the early stage.
See, I was so hyped. I was so hyped for that to be like, you know, a baby emerald and then like a baby ruby, baby diamond and stuff like that. But like I was kind of hoping that we'd go to the different reactors and find them, and like maybe even like have like a quick match where like, you know, you fight them but then you run away or something, and then like that builds up like a kind of like grudge match for when we fight them in part 3. But like, I think I very clearly got that wrong. I'm glad that they are baby weapons.
I'm pretty sure I read somewhere.
Yeah.
I think it was from the Ultimania. I think I was watching a video and he was saying, that they're basically primitive.
Yeah, but
versions.
not
They
ours.
don't grow up to be ruby or anything like that.
Got it.
But it'd be interesting to see what they do with those particular weapons as well. Like how they come into it in the next one. But there was also the big theory that we were thinking about was Final Fantasy X, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 7 links to Final Fantasy X. And partly for me as well, it was because it's the whole thing for me was when you got to Cosmo Canyon, there was a lot there. The main thing was I got the hymn wrong. So the hymn that you hear in Cosmo Canyon in the circle bit, I thought it was the hymn, like I think the summons hymns from Final Fantasy X.
Yeah.
And when Yuna's doing the dance in the water. I thought it was that, but it's actually the hymn from Adventures.
That's what we call the river of life that circles our planet, giving life to the world and everything in it.
And I'm convinced they're so similar.
Yeah.
It's unreal. Like, there's got to be some kind of connection there.
Yeah.
I think.
Well, there was that, and then it was sort of like the bit afterwards where Aerith sends everyone off into the light stream. Was a lot like that scene with Yuna.
When you told me about like hearing it, and I went and heard it before the cutscene, and I saw the cutscene, I was like, this has got to be intentional. Like, I remember I think texting you like late at night being like, this is it. They're finally confirming that like 10 and 7 share a universe. That was before we found out it was the Advent Children.
Yeah, we got the theme on.
Does that make me a dumbass?
But even still, I still think there's still like potential for that.
Yeah, same, like Shinra in the Shinra photograph and stuff like that in the Shinra building. I've said Shinra so many times, it doesn't seem right now. But yeah, like in the Shinra building, you can find like the masked kid Shinra.
Well, also the trailer, even before the game came out, was a big one, because the first thing I thought when I seen that weapon that's in Rebirth was, that looks like Sin. It does have a look of Sin to it.
It does,
but, so I don't know, because
that's what they grow up to be.
Yeah.
Theory.
But that would be a cool way of, like, obviously that I don't think they're going to redo 10 or anything, are they? But you never know, if like once 7's finished, if they then going to go, like the end of 7 then goes, oh, we're setting up.
I would actually love that.
We're going to reboot 10. Does 10 need? I mean, I suppose it could, the same way Rebirth's been done. Not having turn-based and that, but I don't think it needs it, does it?
I think that like you could easily keep.
I mean, it'd make money.
Like,
so
you could easily keep the way that 10 plays, because 10 still plays great. I played the remaster like only about 2 years ago, and it still holds up great. But just imagine like the same care and attention for a Final Fantasy X remake. And like they could add things that, like, you know, with limitations from the PS2 era and stuff. Like that's what I want.
Summon and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. Well, take what you've learned from Final Fantasy 16, use it for Final Fantasy X. That would be absolutely amazing. Like it change a bit. Obviously, the summons aren't going to be quite as, or the icons in 16. The summons in 10 aren't as big as the icons in 16, but like just scale it down, like keep it flashy and stuff like that. It would be
Make them as big.
fantastic. You could make them as big, but then like you're changing too much. Then again, Final Fantasy 7 added the whispers, which some people think are changing a bit too much. But no, and like I think I went on a spiral then, didn't I, with Final Fantasy 10, where it was like when you kill like enemies and stuff like that in 7 and in 10, what happens is the same like little sparkly effect and stuff like that. Like it's the live stream. That's why Yuna needs to like send people, because she's sending them like to the live stream. It all repeats, and then I started thinking like Cloud is like not Cloud, Tidus, yes, Tidus, is like a perfect like melding of Zack and Cloud. And then like Yuna with the what's it called?
The eyes.
But I forget what it's called. Heterochromia. Like it could be like, you know, a mix of like Tifa and Aerith or something. That's why like Tidus and Yuna like are drawn together or something like that, because it's the live stream and like it's like in the future or something like that. Or and again, that wouldn't work because I've just disproved my own theory. Because Final Fantasy 10 is supposed to be in the past of Final Fantasy 7.
Is it?
Yeah. So maybe Tidus gets split up.
Around,
maybe Tidus gets split up into Zack and Cloud, and Yuna gets split up into Tifa and Aerith. But no, like I started proper deep diving into like how it can all
there was a few
work.
days after Cosmo Canyon where you're like, what? No, definitely.
It's definitely happening.
They're gonna make
And like as you said, like it wouldn't make sense to remake 10. It's like it still holds up. But my god, it would look amazing.
I mean, in terms of remakes, I'd love them to remake 8 and 9. I mean 8 more so for me.
Well, 9's getting...
Yeah, 9 is getting
anyway,
I'd love them to do 8 because I think it is an underappreciated one. It is a bit... Well, I don't know, I haven't played it since I was a kid. I remember it being edgier than Final Fantasy 7. Well, Squall is a very edgy character.
Squall?
Yeah.
I say Squall.
Well, you haven't played it, so you don't.
Well, it doesn't matter even if you play it, because apparently it's Tidus. It's definitely not.
But I mean, I love it, like just purely because of nostalgia, and I'm normally against this type of thing, but the 7 to 10 for me, I'd love it if they somehow connected all of them together, just remade all of them, and just made it one. Like big thing, like a Kingdom Hearts thing with all the characters in one place.
I think that could work for 7, 8, and 10. Like 10 being like the then again, I suppose you could just say that 9 is a very early version of 10's world that eventually develops all the Machina and stuff, and then 10 happens where they no longer have Machina, and then skip forward even further to 7, and then 8 could be what happens after the Genova threat is mitigated or something. I don't know, I haven't played 8, so I wouldn't know any part of the story where it could fit in. Like, but does that make sense? Do you think it would be like a future version of 7? Or?
I don't know. I mean, from what I remember visually, it could work, but story-wise, I don't remember. I remember there was a sorceress, there's a soldier school, there's massive gardens that are actually lands.
Belong gardens.
Belong garden. Yeah. Have you had the track of that?
I think I have, but like I wouldn't.
Also, Final Fantasy 8's
be able to
for me is the second best soundtrack as well. It's amazing.
Really?
Oh, Final Fantasy 8's soundtrack. I mean, battle themes, Force Your Way. I mean, it's no fight on or let the battles begin, but it's not far off.
Right, yeah.
Force Your Way.
You've made me listen to this.
Force Your Way is brilliant. And Belong Garden's a lovely song. And then The Promise, I think, is from 8 as well. And then you've got the opening, which is probably my favourite Final Fantasy opening of the ones I've seen. It's Final Fantasy 8. It's just an amazing. Have you seen it?
where you fight like the spider mech thing.
No, that's not the opening. That's like that's at the beginning. But
no,
the opening's amazing. We have to do a video on the opening.
You can't get anything better than Final Fantasy VII's opening.
Final Fantasy 7 sort of more like, oh, look at this is an epic thing. Yeah. Final Fantasy 8 is sort of tells the story with the opening. Final Fantasy 8 sort of like an epic cinematic, like, yeah, almost like, because the music's very is more classical than 8 as well. There's a lot of like waltzes and stuff.
Yeah.
But 8 is this like old school, like, we'll give you this big like bombastic intro with the fight and all this stuff going on. It sort of tells the story.
Yeah.
It gives you a lot of what you need to know about the story and like the through the cinematography and that. And there's a great like Space Odyssey-esque shot where Renoa lets go of a flower. It goes up into the air. And then the gunblade comes hammering down.
Okay.
It's good. We'll have to do a thing with the
like, one of the biggest things I know about 8 is the dog catapult.
Which?
The dog catapult.
I remember that.
she like, because Renoa has a dog that like fights with her or something, doesn't she? Does Renoa have a dog?
Not that I haven't played it since I was a kid.
I think it's one of the limit breaks or something, but basically the dog like sits on her arm.
White dog?
Yeah, I thought it was like a white and black dog, but I don't know. But maybe. From what I've seen, the dog sits on her arm and then just gets launched, absolutely yeeted into the enemy, and like everyone calls it the dog catapult.
It does sort of ring a bell, actually, now you've said it.
But
as a limit breaker.
Like, it probably isn't, but what you're saying about like the opening kind of reminds me of Final Fantasy 12, which is like the way that 8's probably like your second favourite soundtrack. I'd say 12 is probably my second favourite soundtrack. It's just like, it's so fantasy.
Is it?
Yeah, like every town or like city theme and stuff like that is just so like alive. You know, like it's not got any like proper bops like Final Fantasy 7, but it does just sound like so like what you'd hear in like a traditional fantasy kind of game, you know. And it's quite lovely. But that opens with like a big battle and stuff like that, and like you don't know what's happening, and then like it kind of flashes forward after you've got through like the first bit. It kind of sets the stage, and then doesn't come back to it for a while.
It's going to be hard for them to recreate like an amazing opening for Part 3 Rebirth, I think, because I mean, we spoke about where it would end up, but it's going to be so interesting to see how they do that. But I mean, Rebirth was so unexpected.
And that's what I was going to say. Rebirth was like, I had no idea it was ever going to start like that. And then absolutely no one knew that we'd be playing Zack straight away as well. So,
but it's also like the tone of it as well. Like, are they going to give it this big like grand opening of like, it is Final Fantasy 7 Part 3, or are they going to actually do the opposite and because of what's happened, tone it down and start it really?
It'd be really depressing if they started it with the burial sequence.
Yeah, I don't think
I wouldn't like that either. But like, could you imagine everyone complaining that like they didn't get it, and then it just opens with it starts and make everyone cry straight away. But like weirdly, I kind of hope that we stick with like an opening with Cloud and the gang. As fun as it was to play as Zack straight away in Rebirth, don't want that to happen again.
Don't think it'll happen again. Doesn't feel like it made sense. I think for Rebirth, I don't think it makes sense. For this, because it doesn't. I mean, Zack doesn't know where he is. Do you know what I mean? I mean, there's an argument to say that's similar at the start of Rebirth, but as far as he's concerned, he's just survived battling soldiers. He's getting his goal is the same as what it was.
Well, you've got to think
start of Crisis. It's like getting Cloud to.
No, you're right. And you've got to think that like Remake ends with Zack. Rebirth ends with the party about to get on the tiny Bronco again. So like that's really where it should pick up.
Does Remake end with Zack?
Yeah.
No, it's the party walking away, isn't it? Oh, well, Zack's there to get crossed.
No, because then it's like, isn't it the like after credits or whatever?
Oh, that's Yuffie's DLC, yeah.
Oh, no, because Yuffie's DLC is him bursting into the church,
Yeah.
isn't it? Yeah, no, I'm talking about like right at the very end of Remake. It's him like surviving, isn't it?
No, that's during the whole thing when you're fighting Sephiroth.
Oh,
But no, it ends with Aerith looking up at the sky saying, I don't like it, and then they think that happens before
I seem to remember like that with looking up into the sky, and then like, afterwards it comes down. I'm making up my own.
No, that happens before. I think that because the last line in
I mean, you have played Remake
more recently.
But
the last line in Remake is something Aerith saying about the sky, because they changed it, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
I think she said I missed the steel sky or something, and then they changed it to the sky, I don't like it.
Yeah.
To fit with the ripple in the sky, or the tear in the sky.
It was like this sky.
Yeah,
I don't like it.
This guy, yeah. They changed it, didn't they? So, so and then you do technically. Well, that's why it's a nice opening, because you literally walk off with the party that way. Zack and Cloud walk that way. They sort of cross, don't they?
Yeah.
And there's like a sense that maybe Aerith and Zack can sense each other in some way, and then you sort of pick up literally where you left off at the end of Remake with Rebirth. Whereas this, I doubt you're going to start with Zack sitting in a chair saying, "What's going on? What am I doing?"
Could you imagine though? Could you imagine the hate?
Yeah. But I don't know, it's going to be interesting, because like you say, it's whether you go straight to the Icicle Inn, or you do have a thing where, I don't know, they're going to be a Rocket Town for Sid.
Do you think they're going to do a recap again?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Just have to be longer.
Yeah.
20 minutes instead of 10 minutes.
End with an Aerith shish kebab.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That's going to be cool.